지금 다운로드 받으세요.
Pro League here on a lovely Saturday night. We got all the fans coming in here on the weekend. It's been some one-sided games so far, but they've been all right.
Yeah, they've been all right. We've seen a little bit of play in like, for instance, Bravo against Trust.
Yeah. That was about it.
Zest showed off a bit.
Yeah.
TY versus Deer was like pretty cool, just because of how good TY is. But I mean, this is Maru kind of crushing Blaze as would be expected, and SOS out mind gaming Seed.
Yeah. So what's the story for game number 3? It's going to be Frost here for Cure versus GuMiho, our first TBT of the night.
Yeah. What do you think about that match? Who's your favorite?
I'm looking at Cure. I voted for Cure.
Okay.
I think GuMiho got a couple of votes, and you know I feel like both these guys are pretty good in the matchup. You know, it's kind of hard to call this one. I feel like it's pretty even, but I give the slight advantage to Cure.
I think you're about right on that. Like, I view Cure as just slightly better than GuMiho right now, but I think GuMiho, the sky's the limit with the amount of play time that he's getting for MVP. You know, sometimes for a player like GuMiho, this is what they need, is to be on one of the lesser teams so they can really just iron everything out in that booth. So, looks like, a couple of casters do vote for GuMiho there.
That's Chaser and Daehyun over there. Who do you vote for, Artis?
I tell you, I'm going to go with Cure on this one.
All right. Well, let's see how it goes down here in game number 3. Down here in the bottom right, in the green from the generic Green Wings, it is Cure. Down in the bottom left, in the teal, it's MVP's ace, GuMiho, the Towel Terran.
The Towel Terran himself.
He's definitely got the towel in there, even though it didn't get a shot of his hand.
Yep, always has the towel. Can't leave home without it.
Yeah. What if he forgot the towel? I guess he wouldn't, but what would happen? Would he have to get another towel? Would he be okay with that towel?
I think they would just have to take, like, one of the players who's not playing, like, take the shirt off of him. He's just having, you see Ryung just sitting at the desk with no shirt on.
All the fangirls going nuts. Yeah. They're not even watching the game.
It was so crazy the first time I saw him playing with the towel at, like, a qualifier. I was like, what the hell is this guy doing?
That's not how you play StarCraft.
And here he is, 6 years later, owning it up in Pro League.
Is it the same towel that he's had for 6 years?
Oh, no, I can't even imagine.
It could be. I mean, if you wash it,
I took a video, actually, of the original towel. Like,
is it like
brown?
Season
1 or 2.
And like checkered?
I will have to look. Someone go check that out, and we'll compare it and see if GuMiho has used the same towel all these years. He'd have to have at least 2, though, to rotate while he washes, right?
Yeah.
Because it takes, no one has drying machines here, so you'd have to hang up the towel. It would just be too long you couldn't practice for. So he has to have at least 2 towels.
Also, if you're using a towel in the first place, your hands are really sweaty. Like, that's the reason he's using a towel, right? I don't think there would be any other reason.
That is actually specifically it. He has hypohidrosis.
Yeah, so he has to wash it, right? You're not just going to use that sweaty, dank towel that you had from the day before.
Dank towel.
Yeah.
No, you're definitely right about that. That would be really, really, really gross.
I like how I got a chuckle out of you just by saying dank. You're like, dank.
That's like a funny...
This is where we've come to.
Funny way to use dank right there. Yeah, well, dank is just one of those words right now, right?
Yeah. There's we were on the subway, and there's some program in Korea called Salt now.
Yeah. God.
Salt is real out here in Korea.
It is. I see all sorts of weird signs like that out here. There's a store called Mule in the mall near the...
Yeah, Mule.
Yeah. It's, I see StarCraft everywhere I look.
There's some building called the Prime House. Even though the team doesn't really exist anymore.
No, certainly it does not.
There's still a Prime House in Korea. It's out there. Not sure what's inside, but it's not StarCraft players, that's for sure.
There's none of those left.
Yeah.
All right. Well, these guys are actually mirroring each other so much, it's almost a ZVZ. Like, Reaper expands into a Hellion plus Starport.
Even the Tech Lab timings are really similar.
Yeah.
Just everything is very similar here.
Yep. That's really strong analysis there, Val.
Good analysis, yeah.
Wow, look at just how similar. Oh, there we go, a Cyclone. Guess who's making Cyclone? Close your eyes. Guess who's making it?
I don't know, Artosis. Who is it?
It's not Kier.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Bravo.
Yeah. Well, he's already out for the night, but looks like Cloaked Banshee's coming up for Kier. But GuMiho, of course, with his standard Cyclone.
Is he going to go for a Raven with this? That would be like the safest thing ever. Like he just switches this up. No, he's going to make a second Cyclone because he's GuMiho.
Yeah, he does like 2. So kind of cool to see he's going to do that and put some pressure on. That Reaper not quite able to scout. You got to be careful when these Banshees come in there. He doesn't really have any idea about it. Defensive Cyclone being made for Kier, or maybe he's going to use it offensively too. Who knows?
Oh, look at that. Nice little scout there for Kier. Sees the medevac coming in. Not 100% sure if he saw it with his own eyes and knows this is coming in. Oh, man, the Reaper gets in too and sees just all the production, knows what's going on.
Mm-hmm. And even though he saw this, he actually didn't react, so maybe he just didn't notice or thought that he wouldn't continue on this way. And look at that, the Cyclone actually locked on here. Oh, I can't even believe the Banshee coming back, I think, gave him the vision to kill that.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a great kill, and only 4 SCVs dead. That was not good enough by GuMiho.
Yeah, he lost the entire thing. I mean, that was, what, 6, 7 Marines and a medevac for 4 SCVs at this point? No.
No, not good enough at all. And the Banshees, they haven't even really started yet, right?
Oh. Look at that. I mean, the Viking flies away right as the Banshee flies in.
Things not going well.
Oh, man. He's got an engineering bay, but no turret.
Oh, look at that face GuMiho just made. He just made the sickest grimace.
Yeah. Not looking so good. He doesn't even have energy for a scan on this CC. I hope he's got one back at the other one.
Kier is just tearing him apart.
He's about to have one. There he goes. Finally gets the energy, but this has already done 8 SCVs in damage. And if he targeted, it could have done more. Looks like he was trying to take out the Cyclone. There's a missile turret at the natural at least, but he's delayed the 3rd CC from coming up. He's going to have his own one up. It's already morphing into an orbital at this point.
The Banshees have done so much damage here.
Yeah, I mean, who's Kier's teammate? It's Maru.
Yeah. I was like, well, I mean, well, he has quite a few. Let me look at the bench real quick.
Like, that was a terrible question.
I'm like,
sorry, but
a creator. Creator's his teammate. Is that the answer you're looking for?
Like, yes, you're correct, but you're not correct.
By the way, okay, let's hope that this game goes long because GuMiho is going mech.
Yeah.
Valdez.
It's happening.
GuMiho goes into mech. This is so great.
Yeah.
This is a huge map to do it on. Blue Flame is on the way. I believe he made a couple more medevacs as well, so we could see Hellbat drop. Oh my god. Oh, this is so painful.
And he can actually delay it longer if he just cloaks in there. But it looks like he wants to save his Banshee.
Yeah, look at that. He sees both the factories with the upgrading tech lab and runs his SCVs away from his 3rd base. Great move by Kier there, realizing this is probably Blue Flame Hellion.
Wow. Kier is just on top of it, man. He's playing some fantastic PvT. And looks like he's going to stop here with the Banshee production. Maru, if he was in the booth, I mean, there are probably already 6 Banshees out on the map just flying all around like bees. But,
you know, Forte, I think he's just going to do a mass Hellbat drop. We saw Forte try that against Bjorn last night.
How did that work out for him?
Oh, not at all. Oh, it was you watched that. That was a trick question. That was like
that was a very pointed question.
Very bad series. Like just Bjorn was so much stronger. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But this is a lot of units coming in.
Yeah, that's a ton of Hellbats. And what does... Yeah, I mean, it is going to be that drop.
And he has 2 Cyclones with it as well. Okay.
Nice pre-splitting here, actually. But is it going to matter? Dropping in the Hellbats already right on top of that tank. There is a couple in the back, too. And he's actually just going to crush this army.
Just crush. Oh, my God. I don't know. This MVP team with their their builds, man.
What happened to the close, awesome game we were supposed to have, Artosis?
I know. I finally get to do a Pro League day, and like it's 3-0, 3-0. Come on.
We prepared this one just for you, Artosis. GG, that's it. He just gets out of it. He's like, no, I've had enough. There we go.
This is where I drop my mic and walk off the stage disappointed.
I didn't sign up for this. What am I doing?
Dude, those Hellbat drops are just, they're not doing anything. God.
There were already 3 tanks out there. He even kept one out of siege mode just to attack it faster and, you know, get it down. And he was pre-split too. It looked like he knew exactly what was happening. Like, he was all over GuMiho from the beginning of the game.
Yeah, it was really solid play by Kier. Those Banshees were just so brutal. As you said, the Viking runs away and then the Banshee's flying and like doesn't have anything for a scan, and
he had just dropped mules.
That
obviously.
third base was so late. Yeah. Nothing went right for GuMiho. And MVP, they're not going to make it, are they, Valdez?
No, it doesn't look like it. I mean,
doesn't.
already a pretty horrific start. They're 0-2 and -5 indicator. So
that is.
They've won 1 game so far out of the 2 matches.
That hurts.
And I think it was GuMiho who won. No, yeah, it was GuMiho, I think.
It probably would be, I would imagine.
Yeah. So,
Jin Air, I mean, already in a great spot, having won last round of Pro League. Bringing out their big guns and crushing right off the bat.
Yeah, it's interesting that they're playing all their best players, right? Yeah. Every single day, just to make sure they secure first place.
You'd think that they would like give a little bit more playtime to someone like Trap here, like put him earlier on.
Yeah,
I mean,
Creator,
you know,
like begin to get some of these younger, you know, less played players out here in Pro League.
By the way, the one thing I always appreciate about Jin Air at Pro League, the waters that they drink out of here are the ones that they give you on the airplanes, on Korean Air.
Oh,
airplanes.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I'm on airplanes a lot. I know this water bottle super well. But yeah, that's because Jin Air is you know, one of those little companies owned by Korean Air.
When you're sponsored by one of the biggest airline companies in Korea, if not the biggest one, might as well use their water.
Absolutely.
So, guys, we had
delicious too.
The second 3-0 here. It wasn't close.
No,
not the best games, to be honest, tonight. It was very one-sided.
It really was, Valdez. I'm very disappointed in not getting a couple matches going to 5. I thought at least we get 4 out of this one.
Should have been here last week for the double ace match Saturday.
I know, that was so sick.
Yeah. Well, Jin Air continues to dominate, as does KT Rolster. SKT actually lost their first match against the Afrika Freaks. So.
Yeah, that was a crazy one. Patience really came out to play.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see Afrika kind of growing up right now. Patience really being a heavy hitter for them. That'd be cool if they made it deep.
Alive, too. Really playing amazing Starcraft nowadays. He got out first in the group of SSL, Flying Colors. We got we got a lot of 12-win players here, but Maru definitely the best at 12-1.
Yeah, Hero and Zest actually tied. Look at that. And then Stats, TY, wow.
KT Rolster up there. 3 of their players. That's their lineup.
Kind of funny that SKT, their only 2 players in the top 10 are both Zergs. That's like especially